Hi, I'm Lisa Hayden with Channel 6 Central Kentucky TV, community focus on Washington County. And today we're happy to have with us John Graves, a Washington Countyan all his life, and new magistrate on Washington County Fiscal Court. Congratulations, John.
Thank you, Lisa, and thanks for having me on today.
And you are my magistrate.
I am your magistrate, so there's even more reason for me to make sure that I answer emails and text messages from you.
Yeah. We had Billy Riney on earlier, who was my magistrate for, my goodness,
34 years.
Well, that's right, 34 years.
34 years.
And, of course, Billy would be related to you, correct?
He is. He's a first cousin.
A first cousin to you. Okay. I was thinking on that, during our interview, I thought, well, I believe, because your father, George Graves.
George and his mother, May, were brother and sister.
Billy's mother, May.
Yes.
Okay, we're brother and sister.
Yeah.
Of course, I know George comes from a big family.
He is one of 10.
One of 10, okay. So, now you, on the other hand, just have one brother, Michael.
I just have the one brother, Michael, and he lives in Bowling Green.
Right.
Or outside of Bowling Green. He is a math and science teacher for Franklin Middle down in Franklin County, I guess. Simpson County.
Okay. Haven't seen Michael in a while. Miss seeing him. But now, John, you, of course, have been active in politics. Mm-hmm. I think, well, you followed your father's footsteps.
I did.
Because he was our circuit clerk.
He was circuit clerk from 1994 until 2012. He retired, and I actually
worked in his office
from 2007 till 2012 till he left office.
Okay, and then of course you have been active in Democratic politics here in this county, and probably worked on a few campaigns here and there.
I have worked on multiple campaigns for different ones. I was blessed enough to work for the late David Sparrow when he ran for state rep when it was us in Boyle County in 2008. I also worked on both of Stephen Beshear's campaigns, his successful campaigns, over that time, and multiple people, both locally and statewide, try to help anybody, not necessarily party withstanding, just anybody that wants to get involved in making our community better, I will always support. I'm a big fan of anybody that's trying to make Washington County the best version of itself. I'm there to help, and whether it be volunteer time or take phone calls or whatever, just want to make sure.
Well, now that's certainly an area that you are very involved in. Of course, you have been active in the Democratic Party and ran for magistrate on the Democratic ticket, and but you've also given of your time, John, and especially in your DJ operation.
Yes. I own Atmosphere Entertainment. One of the things that we try to do is, we do weddings and all that, corporate events as needed. But anytime there's an event going on in town or in the county and they need sound equipment, we always try to donate our time when it suits and when we can. We do a lot with St. Dominic Elementary and St. Dominic Parish. We do a lot with the Chamber.
Because you're a member of St. Dominic.
I'm a member of St. Dominic. My children.
You and Marie and your children go to school there.
And but with the Chamber, we help with the Sorghum Festival, New Pioneers. I'm always quick to donate time for Sister Claire whenever she asks.
The city.
And the city.
The county.
The county. Anytime we can donate, and that's just what I got from my parents.
I don't know how you ever get home.
I'm not home very often, and my parents, my family will attest to that. But that's what I got from my mom and dad. You've got to be a part of, and that's not just showing up. That's being an active, engaged member in your community if you want it to be better. You can't wait for somebody else to do it. You've got to feel comfortable in jumping out there and adding your talents to make it the best county we can.
Yeah. And you've certainly done that, John.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And I think you've instilled that in your children. And so, because often they're with you.
Yes.
And so now Gracie is a senior this year.
She's a senior at Washington County High School. She will. Her plans are to go to Mid-America Mortuary School in Clarksville. She's going to be a funeral director, and she wants to go into the funeral line of things. So she will start that program next October. Jackson is an 8th grader at St. Dominic's. He will graduate and go to Washington County High School. Jackson plays football, baseball, and basketball. And then
you coach too.
I do tend to coach. I coached this past year. We've coached. I helped. I don't know if you call it coaching, but I helped. I helped with Washington County Middle School team. I helped with the St. Dominic 8th grade basketball team, and then I'm going to help with the middle school baseball team, and then I do PA for the football team at the high school level and for both men's and women's basketball.
Whew, John, you're wearing me out. And then on top of it, you have a job.
I do have a job. I work for People Ready Incorporated out of it's a Tacoma, Washington based company. It's a staffing company. We help people find jobs. Most of what we do is in Bardstown, Kentucky, and it's temporary to permanent assignments. So I typically work with one customer, and my job is to help them fill some of their roles and then help guide those people to full-time employment after they've worked a set number of hours, somewhere in the neighborhood of 400 to 500 hours. Then we help them transfer from temporary work to permanent assignment. I've been there since October.
I guess I wasn't aware that that's where you were. So, and this is your office in Bardstown?
My office is in Bardstown.
Okay. So you drive to Bardstown every day?
I drive to Bardstown this morning. I had a court meeting and got out of that and went into Bardstown, and then got my payroll done and made my phone calls and answered my emails, and then I come back to Springfield. So it's a great company. They're very flexible with me. They understand my time commitments with my magistrate work and with my family, and that was one thing going in with this company is I was looking for something, as I wanted something that gave me the flexibility that I could be where I needed to be when I needed to be there. So I'm very blessed to work with Elizabeth Nichols and that crew over there with People Ready to be able to still be a part of my community.
Yeah. So you had a fiscal court meeting this morning.
We did.
Now, let's see. That would be your third.
My third.
Because you meet twice a month.
Twice a month, second Monday and the fourth Friday.
Okay. And I know those meetings can often go pretty long.
Sometimes they are. Judge Graves, the new judge executive, does a pretty good job of us having conversations before the meetings, so that we're prepared when we walk in, so that we're being respectful of everyone's time. Because when we have fiscal court meetings, it can be very time consuming on the staff. I mean, we've got, Dale Mann, who is the superintendent of the roads, and Brad Langford, who is over our recycling program and, and the waste program in the county. We're taking them away from their offices and away from their job sites. So we want to be respectful to their time, as well as Sheila and Carla and the new clerk, Teresa Martin. We want to make sure that when we're there, we're efficient and we're taking care of the county's business. We're not, discussing things without
now, does the
action.
circuit clerk or the PVA come to those?
Anybody is welcome to the fiscal court meetings, but they're not on the agenda. No.
Okay.
The PVA and the circuit
Sheriff's
clerk.
Department does.
Sheriff's does, but the PVA and the circuit clerk, they're both state offices.
Right.
So they've got a different organizational branch.
Okay, so I didn't know if they came. And then you've got the county attorney there, Bill Robinson.
Bill Robinson's always there to make sure that we stay out of trouble.
Right. Everybody needs an attorney.
Everybody needs an attorney.
And of course, there's a lot of legal things that come up, and so you really have to get advice from your county attorney on those kinds of things. I mean, lots of laws.
Just got to make sure that, there's so many new laws that are enacted, and Mr. Robinson does a great job of keeping us up to date and making sure that we don't unintentionally do something that violates the law.
Right.
Especially when you're dealing with open records and some of those, it's just making sure that we are taking care of the county's business in the right and transparent manner.
Yeah, yeah. And so now, I know that you've always, as indicated, been involved and interested in government and politics and things. And so, it seemed a natural fit for you to be in this position. But were there some particular things, John, that you really wanted to see our county work toward, or goals that you wanted to see accomplished?
When I ran, I wanted to make sure, that I was a representative of my constituents. I wanted, it's their portion of the county. I just go to the meetings. So I didn't have any, a checklist of things that I wanted done. I said over and over as we were going through the campaign that I wanted to make sure that we were for jobs, that, if a company of 5 wanted to come in, or a company of 200 wanted to come in, that we were positioned well to receive them and help them grow here. That small businesses is going to be very successful here. So I wanted to make sure that on the economic development front, that we were ready and positioned when those people came to us and said, I want to open up this in Springfield. Again, be it a small business of 5 or a larger business of 100 or 1 to 200 people, that we had things in place ready to go. But that was one goal. Another goal is just to keep growing the county. I don't want to be our friends to the north or our friends to the south. I want us to be the best version that we can be in Washington County. I take great pride in the fact that my kids can walk up and down the sidewalks of the city of Springfield without any fears, without that in a lot of places in this country and in the state, kids can't do that. I don't want to lose our small town connectivity. We'll use that word.
Right.
We've had a great court with a lot of experience that we're replacing. When you've got Billy Riney, that was there for 34 years, and Greg Sims, and Judge Settles, who was there for 20.
Hal Good.
Hal Good was there for 27 years.
I mean, you're a completely new fiscal court except for
Terry Tingle in District 1.
And a new county judge.
And a new county judge and a new county clerk. But that's this brings a great opportunity to look outside the box, to think of things in a new way, with new perspectives. We've got a very talented court that's coming in, and it's we're not trying to replace anybody. It's about building on the foundation that they left us. Any good construction guy will tell you, you build a good foundation, you're going to have a good house. They built a great foundation, and now it's just up to us to proceed and help and grow based on their foundation and move this county forward.
Yeah. Well, but now you all are going to be, as Billy Riney said in my interview with him, facing a lot of facing some obstacles, I guess, because you've got the landfill situation, you've got the the jail situation with the budget.
And we do have obstacles, but in the last meeting, Hamilton Sims, who was the prior county attorney, come in and kind of went over a history from 1985 back of just some things that had gone on the court and the different people that were involved. There's always been obstacles with court, and not just in Washington County, City Council, they face obstacles. Anytime you're managing public money and you're trying to do the right things for the public, there's going to be obstacles. I think we've got a good team in place that we can, see those obstacles and work through them and get the public's input and make it work for the county as a whole.
Yeah. Well, right now you have the legislature meeting, and I'm sure there are some bills that are going to affect, I know there's going to affect city governments and probably county governments too. Is there anything there that you think that, we need to work toward getting passed in the session?
I will be in Frankfurt on Thursday for a county officials day. We're going up, and there's the bills. There's many different bills that affect the cities and the counties, and some of them have got legislative mandates, and some of them don't, and some of them got funding mandates, and some of them are unfunded liabilities. So I look forward to going up Thursday and seeing where they are in the process. To sit here and list several bills out, probably not the best use of our time or our viewers' time, but there will be a legislative update that we'll be able to put out after Thursday when we get up there and after the session closes. This is a short session.
Right.
It's only in session for 30 days, so not as much gets done this time, but we'll work with our the Magistrates and Commissioners Association has got us going up Thursday, and I'll know more information after that.
The Kentucky Association
of Kentucky Counties is one, but Magistrates and Commissioners, we have our own association that we're members of, and they help guide us through that process. The Kentucky Commissioners and Magistrates Association.
So are they the ones that provide you training for, so have you all had training in your new positions?
All of the newly elected magistrates, we went to a training back in December in Louisville. We went up for 3 days. It was a newly elected officials training, so we got some information there. I know some of the magistrates and the judge went to the judges conference last week that was held in Lexington, and then we've got a spring conference for the Magistrates and Commissioners Association in March, and then there's a larger summer conference for the magistrates, commissioners, and the judges that'll be held in Louisville the last week of June.
Yeah, I know all of those are good opportunities for training and education.
Well, just the contacts that you get, it's that's probably the biggest loss that we've had is when you lose that much experience in the court, is just having those relationships with the transportation and with KCO, and luckily John Settles left us in pretty good position and transferred a lot of his contacts to Judge Graves, and so Judge Tim has been able to go in and have some doors open from him that were previously open for John Settles.
That's great. That's good. Yeah. Well, it sounds like that. You all have are really a cohesive group, and are going to work to make our community a better place. And I'm just want to congratulate you,
thank you
on that. And is there anything that you'd like to share with us?
Well, nothing that I can think of. Anytime that I can come back and share information, just reach out and I'll be glad to come in. I can be reached at johnhgraves@icloud.com by email, or my cell phone number at 270-699-6920. I've had that same cell phone number for about 15 years, so we'll keep that. Or Facebook. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the social medias. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of, and but just if there's questions that need to be answered or concerns, I want to be excuse me, I want to be available to our constituents, because again, I'm just their voice. It's not as much about what I need or see, but it's about what the people living in the Armory Precinct and the Library Precinct want their county to look like, and I want to help get it there for them. Yeah.
Well, being one of those constituents, I'm sure I'll be in touch.
Absolutely. I appreciate you not putting me on camera on the spot for whatever, but yes, absolutely.
And
I'll be glad to.
also, I'm looking forward as a city council woman to working with the new fiscal court and with our county. It's, we talked about that earlier today, that, it's good to have a relationship between the city and the county. And I think we can accomplish a lot of good things together that way.
I'm a big fan. I would love to see the county and the city, not only of Springfield, but Willisburg and Mackville, have some sort of joint meeting or joint session, so that we can just, all be on the same page and push the same direction.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you for having me
John.
today.
I really
appreciate
it.
Nice to be here. So thank you.
Thanks.